from the Elm City, News 8 and the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Committee are proud to present the 2022 New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade, sponsored by Middlesex Health, Hunter's Pool Center, Seacrest Assisted Living and Extended Care Center, and Tile America. Now, here are your hosts, Laura Hutchinson and Darren Kramer.
Welcome, everybody, to our live coverage of New Haven's Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade. We are so excited to be back. I'm Darren Kramer.
I hope you can hear the sirens behind us. Hi, everyone. I'm Laura Hutchinson. We are so excited to be back after a pandemic break. Last parade, 2019.
The party is on again, and joining us today is Dorinda Keenan-Borer, expert on all things Irish and a former Grand Marshal, right?
Former Grand Marshal, 2003. But that thrill never goes away.
Well, right? And,
yes.
How exciting. They're here. They're ready. Should we go?
They're ready.
Dorinda, you must be feeling it today. It is electric. The parade has stepped off, and we're looking at the start of the parade here. Can you believe it? The motorcycle escort by New Haven's finest right here leading us off.
And we see Seamus. I don't think he's marching. I think he's floating down the street. This is 3 years in the making for him, and he deserves every moment of this glory.
Right. So what we're seeing here, the flag detail here, the New Haven Police Emerald Society, you'll see there, their American flag, and the protocol there is 2 rifles per flag, and you see them coming down the street here as well, marching right down the middle of the road.
That's right, and the Grand Marshal banner carriers as well, right there, are going to be Joseph Reynolds and Robert McKierman.
Yeah. And that's a big honor as well, carrying that banner, correct?
It is. It's something that it's an honor to be asked to be a part of the Grand Marshal's court.
And I have to say, I'm so happy for Seamus. So we're seeing Joseph and Robert there, but Seamus Bowen there, our Grand Marshal, so excited to be a part of this. He has a lot of family history. The son of Margaret Smith Bowen, the late Michael Bowen, and we had him on the show this week, and he was just speaking about his first time walking this parade, 5 years old, holding his dad's hand.
There you see the banner carriers there, and boy, I'll tell you, for Seamus, 2 years, 2020, we were all just about, it was Monday before the parade, and that's when the world kind of stopped, right?
Yeah, yep, and I think that was his nephew holding the banner, too, as well, John LaFrance, with a couple of the other.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
And
so
of course,
excited for him.
This makes him the longest-serving Grand Marshal in parade history now.
He is, and how cool is it to walk down the street of where he served as a firefighter for so many years.
Oh, so happy for him. And of course, he and, he's only the second father-son duo there, Grand Marshals in parade history.
He
for
is.
their family, this is a very big, special moment.
And his family's there too. His wife, Dina, their son, Sean, and girlfriend, Bree there, Bree Marco, and daughters, Claire and Grace, marching down the street on their big moment here in the sun.
And you can all see at home the crowds along the street here. Oh, they are just electric. People are so excited to be down here. You're seeing the roaming railroad right there, New England's trackless train. That is so much fun. That serves the entire Northeast with some of the best family entertainment available.
And then I believe this is the 1963 Seagrave fire engine with New Haven Fire Department retirees around there. The engine, an antique fire pump that was restored to its original condition by the Fire Department Benevolent Association. And marching with that engine, you'll see there are about 50 retired New Haven firefighters who have all worked with Seamus during their, look at that beautiful piece of equipment. That's awesome.
That is quite a sight, too. And, later in this, throughout the parade, really, we're going to be honoring our first responders and our heroes throughout the pandemic. What a great way to start doing that and just set the tone here with these firefighter retirees. Just, they're getting a warm reception out here from the people along the streets and at home. It really is just so nice to see them having this wonderful moment.
They're so proud of Seamus today, their fellow firefighter.
And it's a tight-knit community. The firefighters really are. These guys face danger together. They live together and spend hour upon hour together.
And here's the National Colors Honor Guard, too. John LaFrance, Ryan Connon there, leading the way.
They come down, the 4 provinces flag honor guard, Maura Clark, Robert Ball, Michael O'Hare, and Michael York coming up the street. And then we got the pipes and drums.
You know what? It just wouldn't be a parade without this sound right here.
Yeah.
So take it all in. The Connecticut Firefighters Pipes and Drums, founded in 1992, dedicated to providing traditional bagpipe and drum music.
Let's listen. Spirit, right?
Oh, I love it. It just wouldn't be parade day without those bagpipes and the drums.
They perform at 50 to 70 of these events every year.
And you can almost feel your heart pumping along with the bagpipers and the drums, right?
Oh, it gets people off their feet here. And we're looking at Megan Burke here, the honor attendant, and Morgan Daly, our parade queen. Now, these two have now been working together for years, as they've been in this position, of course, for a couple of years in the pandemic pause. And you know what was nice speaking to them this week was they were just saying that the two of them together have become so close.
That's great. Megan is the daughter of Peter and Linda Burke. She lives in Hampden. Her ancestors all hail from over there in Ireland. She's employed by the town of Greenwich as a dockmaster. Megan's personal ambition is to work with marine life as well as giving back to her community. Her interests include animals and being on the water. She enjoys baking and being with family and friends. She is also a member of the New Haven Gaelic Football and
Something
Hurling
cool
Club.
about her, too, is her parents met on March 13th, Parade Day.
Okay.
So they're celebrating also their little anniversary of meeting today. And Morgan Daly, of course, parade queen. Boy, she is so excited to be finally living this moment. You know, she received a Bachelor of Science degree, magna cum laude. She is employed as a law clerk for Kirschbaum Law Group, and she's looking forward to being a criminal defense and habeas corpus attorney with the firm.
And how about that car, by the way? Are you kidding me? Look at that. Beautiful.
And if you think about it, they're in their early 20s. So in the last couple of years, that's a lot of time. So they've really grown up, right? While they're waiting for this parade. And Laura, I loved that interview where Megan talked about her parents' meeting, so maybe we'll have some other love connections today.
Maybe.
Who knows? This is the St. Patrick's banner, carried by members of the Pioneers of Sacred Heart, making its way down the street there today, the traditional banner. And right behind them, you see who's coming there. That is the Stoney Creek Fife and Drum Corps coming up the street now.
Yep.
What a history they have. They were organized in 1886. Excited once again, they say, to be participating in the annual St. Patrick's Day festivities. The ancient style of fifing and drumming is alive and well in the village of Stoney Creek, located within the coastal town of Brantford, of course. They participated in the St. Patrick's Day parade in Dublin, Ireland, and have won first prize at the International Band Competition in Limerick, Ireland.
Let's listen.
Some very important people here. Here they come.
We wouldn't be here if not for this group. Here's the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee, and this is a moment for them. Boy, it has been so disappointing the last couple of years putting today off, and here we are they are finally getting their big moment back. And Dorinda, you can tell us all about being a part of this.
And I will tell you, when we put the parade on hold, this crew did not stop working. They had to shift their focus, and they shift their focus. March It On was their program, and they helped everybody in the community delivering food, delivering diapers. So they had a mobilized group of volunteers that were active, and they said, what can we do?
And the chairperson, Joanne Conlon there, just want to give her a shout out. She's been doing Secretary Bernadette Canning as well. The banner's carried by Kelly Cannon Rucald as well, and Joanne Connor. Just so. Yeah,
and Bernadette LaFrance, who's our first female executive director of the parade. She's a former queen, a former grand marshal, and she broke the barriers and paved the way for a lot of the other women in the parade committee.
Boy, and people think, you know, they come out to this parade once a year. Oh, it's great. Well, they have the parade, and they must set up for the parade. This is a year-round labor of love, right?
It's a year-long. There's about 100 members. They have fundraising. They have meetings. They have a lot of activity. They look forward to this day and really, really work hard, but they have a lot of fun.
And here we have some of the past Grand Marshals here, plus 3 honorary Grand Marshals as well from 1956. Grand Marshals William Clancy to 2019. Courtney Lundgren Connors.
Courtney had a rainy day in 2019, but she pushed through. And she was a trooper. She never lost that smile. There's Eileen Donadio in the car with Billy Hackett. Billy Hackett's year, there was snow. It was the only year that we postponed the parade a week.
Oh, boy. Look at that. Big smiling face. So happy people are out here again.
Seeing a lot of smiles. And honestly, we were told it's cold. It doesn't feel cold. I think it's just electric down here. Everyone's having so much fun.
I think after what we've all been through for the last 2 years, I think we could all handle a little cold. We're so happy to be back. This is like the ultimate cabin fever.
It is.
It
coming
really
out.
Is. Yeah. All right, the Parade Ball Award is going to be following that. We got Parade Ball recipients coming up. And this is the Wilbercross High School Marching Governors there. Take a look. Wilbercross High School Marching Governors. They say they're thrilled to celebrate the return of the New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade with the community here. Been a long road back, as we all know. And this band says they just can't wait to keep marching along while making music for everyone to enjoy. What do you think? Should we listen a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. The crowd loves it.
Wow, they sound great. And here we go. James Hill House Army or OTC. They've been at Hill House for 22 years. They're so excited to be here. And their mission, if you're not familiar, is to motivate young people to be better citizens. It is not to place the cadets in military, and there are approximately 90 cadets in the program. So the James Hill House Army, JROTC right there.
Outstanding young men and women there. And they're followed up now by the brass here in New Haven. Behind these folks, the mayor of New Haven Mayor, the Honorable Justin Elliker and his family, marching along there. The New Haven Police Department, represented by the acting chief of police, Chief Renee Dominguez. Sarah Cody's down with the mayor. Sarah, go ahead.
Mayor, how does it feel to be walking this parade after 2 long years?
It's awesome. So many people coming out and celebrating and having a really good time. And so many people representing here that resemble the values of our city. It just feels great.
The energy feels great. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the parade.
Thanks. Good to see you all. All right, take care.
How about that? A lot of eyes on him you know, as we were waiting to find out if this parade would happen.
Boy,
and if you think about it, he was just elected, right, when he had to make the decision to close the parade down, and that was a very difficult decision. But who would have thought within 2 weeks we would all be closed down? But it was the right decision. He kept us
Here
safe,
we go.
and now we're back.
The fire department in New York, Emerald Society, Pipes and Drums. Boy, this is an exciting moment for this crowd here to see them. Formed in 1962, FDNY, Emerald Society, Pipes and Drums, first fire department bass pipe and drum band in the U.S. Composed. Let's listen in.
How about that? The crowd loves it. Crowd goes wild.
Well, they should.
Oh, it's nice. So they're about to step off now. They're playing for the crowd. And behind them, we have the New Haven Fire Department, Local 825, New Haven's bravest, who serve the city every day. There's fire chief is out there.
Yeah. Chief Alston.
Chief Alston, yeah. The Grand Marshal, Seamus Bowen, also a retired captain in the New Haven Fire Department. Let's go to the chief. Sarah's got him. Sarah.
How does it feel to be walking in this parade?
It is so fantastic after these years to be back out and to see the firefighters of the New Haven Fire Department out here. Retired members who we're honoring who've passed away. We are so excited to be back out in the city, back where we belong, out in the streets doing what we do.
There's a focus on heroes. Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Channel.
There you go, the chief.
It's great to see them.
Dress uniforms, saluting, looking sharp. Men and women looking great out there.
Look at them.
And look how in sync they are.
Oh, yeah. Falling in line perfectly like that.
And here's their equipment coming up behind them here, which is pretty cool, too. Their apparatus, they tell us. The kids love the fire trucks, so we got a couple of people carriers there, followed by some of the equipment for the firefighters, the brave men and women here in New Haven. Your little boy loves the fire trucks, right?
Oh, yes. My son is down here for the first time. He's 2 years old, and this is his first New Haven's, of course, St. Patrick's Day parade here, and he's so excited about these fire trucks. So
hopefully he gets a honk out there when they go by.
My husband is pointing them out, I'm sure.
All right, behind them we have the St. Peter's Drum Corps. Here they come. St. Peter's Drum Corps of Torrington, organized in 1930. They have performed in 24 countries, 20 states, and Washington, D.C. Also performed on the Norwegian Crown, Holland America, and Carnival cruise lines. Since 1966, the St. Peter's Drum Corps has been awarded 6,500 awards and trophies and medals and championships throughout New England. And they're coming up the street here. Let's listen in for a minute.
Like we have the Alpha Company, 1st Battalion. This is the Marine Cadets of America, been a vital part in making our youth into model citizens. The cadets are joined by their corps of instructors and staff.
Looking good in uniform, marching down the street here. Sharp outfit there, and behind them, as we see walking up here, is the Navy Band Northeast. Established in 1974, Navy Band Northeast is based on board Naval Station Newport and is one of 11 official U.S. Navy bands worldwide. They provide musical support for military ceremonies, recruiting, morale, and retention programs, and community relations as well. The primary components of Navy Band Northeast: marching and ceremonial bands, the popular music group Rhode Island Sound, the brass quintet, top brass and woodwind trio, crosswinds. Other units consist of various smaller protocol groups too. They're going to play. Let's listen in. Sounds good. All right, there they go.
Great.
Looking sharp, sounding good. They are followed up, I believe, as they march on through here. We'll have some elected officials coming through.
Yeah, expecting to see Congresswoman Johanna Hayes here shortly in a little bit.
Yeah, Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro, who has been a fixture at this parade forever, was all set to go. We are told yesterday she got a positive COVID test.
Hey, there's
Martin
Senator
Looney. There you go.
He has been marching in this parade for decades. He has not missed a parade.
Longtime public servant here.
And for elected officials, Dorinda, too, this is just a moment of joy, you know, to see happening in our communities and be a part of this finally.
Yes, it's been a difficult 2 years for everybody, and our elected officials, too, as they had to pivot and help serve their constituents in a different role, and they're so happy to be out and back as well. And together, it's important that we're together.
All right. Coming up the street here, our next group.
The 2nd Company Governor's Foot Guard we have here, one of New Haven's oldest military organizations in existence with uninterrupted service since March of 1775.
How about that?
Some of these organizations are really difficult to secure for the parade because there's a lot of competition in other parades, but they choose the New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee parade for us.
Happy to have them here.
Yep.
Yep, in the traditional uniform dating to back in the day.
And it's great for the kids to see this, too, and learn about these organizations.
There's the governor walking down the street along with Congresswoman Johanna Hayes there, other elected officials. We saw Martin Looney in that spiffy car.
Yep.
I see Representative...
Yeah, let's go to Sarah Cody down the street. Sarah.
How does this feel?
We missed this, right? For 2 years we missed this.
Absolutely.
I think Johanna's ready to be back.
You are dancing. You are wearing green.
Yes,
you are ready to go.
Absolutely. I've seen groups of students from what I used to teach here, people out. This is wonderful.
This is really a symbol that this is, hopefully, we're coming back.
We're rounded a bit. Everybody is so happy to be back here for St. Patty's. It was 2 years ago. It was a tough day. This is a great day.
Thank you so much. Enjoy. Yeah.
There you go, the governor going. And again, as we were saying, Rosa DeLauro all set to be here, but she just got a positive COVID test. She's doing fine, but she can't be at the parade. She sends her best to everybody here.
And our
as well.
representatives in our Senate from across the state, really.
Yeah. Also, we have a bunch of mayors and first select persons here as well today, representing Bethany and Branford, East Haven, Guilford, Hamden, North Haven, West Haven, and the list goes on.
Hamden's mayor, it's her first parade marching.
All right.
All right.
And we have some performers here as well. Looks like we have the Howling Symphony of Soul Marching Band here.
Okay.
That we're looking here, founded
There
by
they
the
are,
director.
right there.
There we go. Director of the band, Mr. Sean Ginwright in 2018. You can find them in New Haven's Amistad High School. Marching band comprised of the Wolfpack drumline, led by Coach KJ Smith, the Dazzling Dolls, led by Coach Angelique McDowell. Boy, they have a great performance. And the Dazzling Divas, led by Coach C.
All right, as they march on down the street here, we're going to take a little break. We will be back with more live coverage of the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade here in just a minute.
From the Winter Games, see the medal-winning U.S. figure skating team live in Stars on Ice 2022 Tour with Olympic champion Nathan Chen. Olympic medalists Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue, Karen Chen, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates, and more. Stars on Ice. Coming to XL Center April 23rd. Get tickets at starsonice.com.
At Pilgrim Furniture on Metro City, we don't have 100 stores. We have 2 right here in Connecticut. Our customers aren't numbers, they're neighbors. Your kids probably go to school with our kids, and chances are your furniture is our furniture. So the next time you're thinking, new living room, new bedroom, think outside the big box. Think Pilgrim Furniture in Metro City. For more than 50 years, locally owned, Connecticut grown.
Someone asked me why we keep growing. With 6 offices throughout Connecticut, including our newest flagship location, the answer is simple. As long as there are injured people who need our help, we will provide aggressive representation to get the justice they need. With thousands of satisfied clients, I'd say we must be doing something right. And with this exceptional team, we're just getting started.
When injured, get Carter. Call 800-900-6700.
All right, we are coming back, and we are bringing you the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade coverage here, and this is a live look here from our weather lab. So our News 8 team is in the parade today, of course, and this is a shot from our weather lab that is rolling down the street today.
And I think our the Emerald Society. All right. Hang on. Let me get to the right section. Okay, gotcha. Emerald Society is here out in the sunshine today, looking great. They're a fraternal organization whose members are regularly sworn full-time police officers who are currently employed or honorably retired from federal, Connecticut, state, city, or municipal police departments.
And then we have the Celtic Cross Pipes and Drum Band here that we want to bring to you from Danbury and New York State areas.
Let's listen.
All right, and we're going to be coming up here on the Brennan Lucy Irish Dance Academy.
Oh, yeah, Knights of St. Patrick's ducking in here first, led by President Mark Smith, established March 17th, 1878.
And here's the Brennan Lucy Irish Dance Academy. Behind them there, taught by Riverdance alum and world and national champion dancers. Oh, this is so nice to see where they want to dance for fun, competition, performance, or exercise. Brennan Lucy is the place for you. They have a free trial lessons actually happening, but you can see they're just keeping warm with their moves out here.
Dorinda, were you into that ever?
I was never an Irish dancer. I couldn't do those moves, but I certainly enjoy and can appreciate everybody else.
This young man's got some moves right there.
Sure
there you
does.
Go. Looking good. That is such a big part of this culture too, and I'm amazed. We have them in the studio every once in a while, and boy, I'll tell you, they'll take the finish right off the floor in there. They really will.
And they practice for lots of hours throughout the year so that they're together and they're in sync.
Yeah, I'm always so impressed. They start so young with this, really, and you see the little kids, and they're totally in sync.
Yeah, for all ages. You see younger and not so younger there, and good for them.
And
right?
having so much fun.
Yeah, and then up behind them we have the West Haven Irish American Club. They're about to make their way up behind the kids who are dancing there.
They're about to celebrate their 60-year anniversary.
Listen, we're going to Stephanie Simone's down by City Hall. Steph, what do you got going on over there?
Oh my gosh, I found some great parade goers. Look at this family over here. Isabella, Mateo, Austin, and Mom. Oh my goodness, happy St. Patrick's Day. How's the parade been so far? Great. Oh, fantastic. I love your headband. Let's show off the skirt. Where do I get one in my size? And Mom, come here. What is it like to finally have the St. Patrick's Day parade back?
It's exciting. We're really excited. It's good motivation to kind of bring back normalcy. So we're excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited to have all of you here, and thank you so much for being so happy and bringing the green today.
Yes, we brought the green.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And I have a little bit of a reminder here of the day myself. I think I'm going to keep this, guys. Back to you.
Oh, it's so nice to see the families having fun. You can just feel it. And then on the right here, we're looking at the West Haven Irish American Club here, formed in 1962, one of the 4 associated Irish societies making up the New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade. So this is
and I think they're the youngest. I think it was Ancient Order of Hibernians, Knights of St. Patrick, Gaelic Club, and then West Haven. They're about to celebrate their 60-year anniversary.
Oh, Randy Brown is the president.
Yeah.
Monica Canning Ball, vice president. Monica has been the parade coordinator since 2016.
and probably one of the hardest working officer positions on the parade committee, bringing all this together.
And this year's theme is an Irish fishing boat, the Mary Melinda.
Mary Melinda being a past president of the West Haven Irish American Club and also a former Grand Marshal.
Oh, wow.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, look at these well-decorated floats.
Yeah.
So
Sunshine.
much fun.
The sunshine is out, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think I see the son of Kathleen Steino Buckeye, who's an officer on the parade committee, on that float as well. She'll be the Grand Marshal in a few years, and she'll have her son with her, Liam. My son was 2 when I marched down the street.
Is that right?
He was. We gave him a lot of lollipops.
Wow.
And he is now? How?
He's going to be 21.
There you go. All right.
He's here somewhere.
He's here somewhere.
All right. Looks like we are looking at the Fairfield.
I think so. Is
Gaelic,
that Fairfield, guys? I think so.
Gaelic Pike Band, sponsored by the Fairfield Gaelic American Club here, led by drum Pat McGannon, under the musical direction of pipe majors Tom Landry and Dave Curtis.
All right, there you go.
And we're on to the New Haven Gaelic Football and Hurling Club, the Irish American Community Center. Ann Hines, 2022 president. The Gaelic Club established in 1949, so a rich history there, marching carrying 32 county flags, 4 province flags, and the club banner. They also carry the Irish and American flags.
All right, as they go down the street here in New Haven, we'll take a short break. Back with more live coverage of the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade here in just a minute.
Life moves on. We often need help with things we didn't in the past. Welcome to Seacrest, an assisted living and extended care center. You'll find elegant rooms, beautiful living areas, and great people. We'll take care of your personal needs: cooking, cleaning, laundry, and medical. There's even specialized care for Alzheimer's and memory impairment. And we're affordable, almost half the cost of a nursing home. Seacrest, quality care since 1971. Call 203-931-2510.
To make the most of March on FanDuel Sportsbook, you really got to believe. You might believe in live betting or parlays. Feels good, don't it, to believe?
And the lead has evaporated.
But there comes a point where even the biggest believers stop believing. And that's cool, too, because with cash out on FanDuel Sportsbook, you can leave a bet anytime you think it's going south. Like I said, you got to believe to win in March. Until you don't. Both work.
New customers bet $5 and instantly get a $150 site credit bonus guaranteed.
Connecticut's #1 local news is News 8. The most trusted, the most experienced, and the most accurate. With in-depth coverage of the stories and issues that impact you and your family. And the only station with newsrooms in New Haven and Hartford. On air, online, and on the News 8 app. Trust News 8, Connecticut's news leader.
Welcome back, everybody. First Division banner there going down the street in the sunshine. The Middletown Honor Guard has won first place Fire Department Honor Guard at the St. Patrick's Day Parade 2017 through 2019.
We actually have an awards ceremony. It'll be April 29th this year, where the judges that are throughout the crowd, they are rating these bands, and then we have an award ceremony where we recognize them.
All right, the New Haven County Firefighters Emerald Society coming up the street here, a fraternal organization comprised of professional firefighters from across New Haven County.
Here they are.
Let's listen. Okay, here are the Connecticut Freemasons, 4th Masonic District. Masons and family members marching. Freemasonry is the oldest fraternal organization in the world, dedicated to promoting improvement in the character of its members.
Boy, are they pumping up the crowd right now, Darren. You see this?
Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, right? A Mason taught to be a good citizen, to be a good character, to care for those less fortunate, and to give back to his community.
It's great that all of these units marching are really community spirit and really give back. So great to celebrate them.
Freemasonry traces its roots to the Middle Ages from associations of stonemasons who built magnificent cathedrals and castles and monasteries of Europe.
And they are bringing the energy down here today. You can...
Big group, right? They got a bunch of these folks.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think anyone was missing this today, Darren.
And no, I think you're right. The Masons were not actual working Masons. At that time, they adopted the term ancient, free, and accepted Masons. And Freemasonry was born.
All right, followed by a couple of parade sponsors here. Guinness and Diageo Beer Company, proud corporate sponsors of the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Can't have this day without a little Guinness. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's correct. I wholly agree.
After the parade.
Well, you know, speak for yourself. Also, the banner here, this is the Holy Brass Band sponsored by Guinness. Let's listen to these guys.
They are moving out there.
They are. That's the first time they're playing in our parade, and I hope they come back.
We saw them getting Bob Wilson's feet dancing along the sidewalk there, too.
They're from Forest Hills, Queens, New York. They've been performing in 40 states, concerts, and special events since 1996. All right.
Okay, Aaron Newan now next. The Gaelic for New Ireland, comprehensive Irish authored government program here. And we are moving on here, too, to the...
They're followed by the Lenahan School of Irish Dance. They've been teaching all ages, kids and adults, for 40 years throughout Connecticut. There they are. They teach competitive and recreational dancers, and look at them go. They have achieved the status of New England, North American, and World Championship dancers, including first place in 2021 North American Championship. They say they also love to perform at a variety of events, everything from nursing homes to festivals to weddings, putting smiles on faces, and they're doing that today.
Boy, I love that they give back and go to the nursing homes.
You know, and there's so many opportunities to learn Irish dance in this state and give back to the community, as you mentioned, as well.
There they are, a big wave, and down the street they go in their Irish sweaters. That's awesome. All right, now look at this. Behind them, the Connecticut Wheelman. Well, there's a wheelman right there in a stroller. The Connecticut Wheelman are restorers and caretakers of antique bicycles and the history surrounding them, and they are wheeling their antique bicycles. Look at this, the high wheel, the big wheel, what do we call that? High wheel? I don't know. I should know. I don't know.
I feel like I should know, too.
How could that looks hard to ride.
That looks like it's not just like riding a bike. I'm sorry.
And that's a long fall.
That takes talent.
You know
can't be afraid of heights either.
I know, right? In traditional outfits there, and their bikes dating back some time, and they maintain these.
And he's not using his hands.
Well, now he's showing off. That is very cool.
Wow, that is cool for the kids to see.
Yeah. No training wheels.
No, not on those.
They're making a few loops here for the crowd, getting a bunch of rounds of applause here.
If I was their mom, I'd ask them to please put the hands on the handlebars, though. Just.
They are not listening to you today. Bundled up and ready.
If we
look at this
mom,
guy.
We'd be saying, put your helmet on.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Put your helmet on and be careful.
And it looks like following them is the Fairfield County Police pipes and drums there.
Yeah.
And I think we're coming up on our news team as well. I'm seeing a sea of red coats.
Oh, there's trouble. Bob Wilson has been dancing in the street. We could warm the crowd. Yeah, the Channel 8 folks are coming up behind them here. wait for that show. Let's get on to Stephanie Simone. She's working the crowd for us down there. Stephanie.
Oh my gosh, always working the crowd, Darren. And look at this. Reagan and her mom, look at these pants. Can you believe it? Where did you find these? LuLaRoe. Oh, I'm going to have to check them out. Looking good. How does it feel to finally have the parade? Look, the bagpipes are right there. Oh.
We are so excited to finally be able to have the St. Patrick's Day Parade. We love it. We come every year with my whole family. We're so excited to have it back.
Awesome. We are so excited to have it back, too. And what is your favorite part, sweetheart?
I don't really know.
You don't like it all. Oh, that's a good answer. You like all of it. Are you going to be a politician one day, too?
Maybe.
Maybe. I like it. We got a future president right here. You want to say Happy St. Patrick's Day, sweetheart?
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I love your eyeshadow. All right, guys. Back to you. Having fun down here.
Oh, and there's our news team. We have Stephanie there with the families, and we have our news team right here. Oh, I see Keith Koontz, Ashley Baylor.
Dennis House.
Dennis House right there.
And the Storm Team 8's mobile weather lab there. Who's driving the lab? Sam driving the lab?
Is he? I just saw Joe Fury
Sam
working
Cantrell.
the crowd.
Oh, Joe Fury will be out shaking hands. You can guarantee that. And there's the gang. Lisa Carberg's out there. Keith Koontz is out there.
Ken Houston.
Ken Houston's out there. Samaya Hernandez. There's Joe Fury bringing up the rear. Well, I'll tell you. We all love this city, and we're so happy to be out here again. Let's go to Sarah. Talk to the guys on the street. Sarah.
We got our favorite weather leprechaun, Ashley Baylor, here at Dennis House. Hey, guys, how's the crowd?
Oh, they're awesome this year. I mean, 2019, it was rainy and cold, so it's nice to see the streets are actually packed this time.
Yeah, so what are you finding? Is everybody really excited to see the different units? Dennis, come on over.
Well, you know, we're in a good section because it's us, and then you got the Star Wars people behind us.
I love the Star Wars people.
So they're having lightsaber fights back there.
And Joe Fury almost got hit by a lightsaber.
This is your first New Haven parade.
It's my first New Haven parade, and it's awesome. The weather's great. The people are great. From all over our state are here.
That's great. Thanks, guys. Have so much fun. Maybe we'll get some more people as they come along.
There's our GM, Rich Graziano, down there. Won an award this year as well. Rich did, correct?
He did at our ball. We typically have a ball the week before the parade. Of course, that was a few years ago, but we honor those who have really contributed and really supported the parade. And WTNH has gone above and beyond to bring this parade to the next level.
And Rich on the right there spearheaded that effort. We appreciate
Rich,
it.
Nobody more proud than Rich to have this
and all of
parade here with us. Sarah, we'll head back down to you.
Get Rich.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Rich, how you feeling today?
I feel so great. It's so great to be back outside after a couple of years, and thanks to the whole News 8 team and the parade committee for everything you guys do all year to make this happen. We're just proud to be a part of the community. So
you were honored this year,
awesome.
and it's a big day for News 8. It's a big day for the parade committee. This is amazing.
It is. It's amazing. It's a great day. Great to be out. Thanks for being out here.
Thank you so much. Have fun.
Sarah, you got it.
There he is. Yeah.
Our parade committee loves him.
There you go, Gil Simmons out there. Big hugs all around. Everybody's just happy to be out here and have a little normalcy. There's Gil Simmons working the crowd for us.
Weather leprechaun. Good to see you.
Amen.
Hey, what's up, Sarah? How you doing? Have fun, everybody.
See Lisa Carberg out there.
And the Weather Lab making its way on through. All right. Now, are you ready?
All right.
The Connecticut Star Wars groups.
Like Star Wars. Here we go.
Look at this. They have joined forces for today's parade. The 501st Rebel Legion and Saber Guild are international nonprofits boasting tens of thousands of members with screen-accurate... Look at this guy. He's patrolling the streets.
Keeping us safe.
They love Star Wars, and they work for charity and volunteer work, and everybody loves these
Darren,
guys.
that guy just told us we're going to go take a break, so I'm going to listen.
Yeah?
And we're going to go to commercial break.
Do what he says.
He's got that equipment. We'll be right back after this with more coverage.
I'm not going anywhere. Not when there are sugar maples to be tapped. I had cancer, you know. Had. People had all sorts of ideas. Travel here, travel there. Not me. I'm not going anywhere.
Cancer patients are getting groundbreaking treatment at Middlesex Health and second opinions from Mayo Clinic experts close to home.
Can't beat homemade.
Arch TV and Appliance, free delivery and removal. Let Arch TV and Appliance create the perfect home for you. Arch TV and Appliance can compete with any big box store because they are part of a buying group with over $500 million in buying power. Stoves starting at $499, dishwashers starting at $299, along with a large selection of washers, dryers, and refrigerators. We carry all the major brands, including Sub-Zero, Wolf, Speed Queen, and many more. We're located in North Haven and at the Galleria Design Center in Middletown.
Town Fair Tire wants to help you keep your car running well this winter with this safety tip. Always maintain good tire pressure by keeping your eye on the forecast and adjusting accordingly. In the Northeast, summer and winter temperatures usually differ by 50 degrees, resulting in a potential loss of 5 psi during the winter. This loss may affect your handling, traction, and durability. Town Fair Tire wants to help your family stay safe on the road. Visit your local Town Fair Tire for all your inclement weather needs.
Welcome back, everybody. Look at these guys. The Connecticut Alumni Senior Drum and Bugle Corps, founded in 1984 on the foresight and inspiration of former members of the Connecticut Hurricanes Drum and Bugle Corps. Their membership now consists of former members from a lot of drum corps around the state, New York and Massachusetts, as well as members from some high school and college marching bands as well. Let's listen.
Looks like we have the
Italians are here. The Italians are here.
The Greater New Haven Italian American Heritage Committee here. They have made their way down each year. The parade rotates among 6 cities and towns within the New Haven area. This year, proud to announce, it will be in the town of East Haven, and this is their big event here, promoting the spirit and celebrating the rich Italian American heritage in the Greater New Haven community at large.
They march in our parade, we march in their parade. Everybody supports each other.
The Italian American community is so important in Connecticut. So it's such a big part of Connecticut, and out here in force today too, which is awesome. All right, next here, coming up the street, the JK 343 911 Tribute Jeep. This was built by Thomas Rack Jr. with the help of many sponsors. And again, this Jeep paying tribute to 9/11 and America's resiliency after that awful day. So happy to have these guys in the parade this year as well.
Getting a lot of cheers from the crowd, too.
Yeah, you bet.
I think this crowd is cheering everybody.
Oh, they are.
They're happy.
Everybody's. If you're not happy on parade day, we'll make you happy.
And that blue vehicle you're seeing there is the Star 99.9 van. Today's best mix with Anna and Raven from the Anna and Raven Morning Show and Kevin Beckley. You can listen to them each morning and afternoon on Star 99.9.
There they are, guys.
Anna and Raven
Looking
show.
good, okay. And following them,
they have a pretty nice float there they've put together.
Yeah, they do.
They have their van, and then they have their float following, and they got a dance party going on
and they're
up
dancing.
there.
Let's see what kind of move they have.
They got people on the microphone here working the crowd.
There they go.
Those radio people.
They're having fun, as they should.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, and right behind them, look at this. We got the City of New Haven's Outdoor Adventure Program. Park rangers take care of more than 1,000 acres of trails in 26 parks in New Haven. They've got kind of a cool floating group here, too. They provide all kinds of fun adventures, adaptive sports, climbing, paddling, cycling, and a lot more.
And they always have the greatest food.
Okay.
And we have
the
coming up on the King Robinson Marching Jaguar Band here, directed by Michael Robertson this year. Robertson and is delighted to be a part of this tradition today. Marchers are students grade 3rd grade through 8th grade, mostly beginners with less than 6 months playing experience. So you can imagine how they're feeling today. It's their first time marching. And they're going to be playing Everybody Dance
Let's
now.
hear it. Let's listen. Elmo's here. Elmo made the cut. Got a little green on.
Elmo made an appearance.
All right, next up here, the Falun Dafa exercise is a traditional cultivation practice that improves mental and physical wellness. Has a series of easy-to-learn exercises and meditation, which are gentle, calm, and slow-moving, guided by principles of truthfulness and compassion and tolerance. Practitioners can achieve physical health, mental balance, and inner peace. The Lotus flower dance will be showing you the beauty from inside and out, we're told. Also will bring hope and lights up to people as well. They have waist drums used in traditional Chinese cultural celebrations. Has a history of nearly 1,000 years behind it. The drum beats represent justice, fairness, and majesty.
They have a big group here with them today.
Peaceful, thoughtful moves.
And they're staying peaceful amongst this crowd.
Amongst this crowd. That's
pretty impressive.
They're the most peaceful thing in this crowd today.
That's for sure.
Center Stage Dance Academy, I think, guys?
Yes. So
this is still the other group. Yep.
This is still them finishing up.
Look at that. All the costumes are great.
Yeah, their costumes are Lotus, right?
Yeah.
Peaceful movements.
Lotus flower, right?
Yes.
Big wave for the crowd there.
And that's something different, too, you know, just a different element to the parade.
Totally, yeah.
Brings a lot of color, too.
Easy.
It does.
It does. Look at that. Very cool. With a little splash of green there for the Irish as well, you see?
One in Rome, one in Ireland.
That's right. Exactly. You know, it's hard to get a crowd estimate today. We're looking around here, but I'll tell you, it is like the good old days, Laura Hutchinson.
Really,
you know what I mean? It really is. We got a packed downtown New Haven, which is nice to see.
So much fun, I have to say. The sun is shining. Everyone is in such a good mood. The energy is high. This really couldn't be any better.
Chapel Street is lined up.
And the economic impact as well.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know, for the restaurants, for the merchandise, for the hotels, really arts, culture, and tourism.
Yeah.
It really brings it all home.
A shot in the arm, so much needed now. Hopefully a sign of things to come here as we head into springtime in Connecticut.
I think we're back.
All right.
Yeah.
And I know you mentioned the Center Stage Dance Academy coming up next. Here they are, non-competitive dance school in North Branford, offering classes in ballet, tap, jazz, musical theater, acrobatics, hip-hops to girls and boys ages 2 through adults. Emphasis is on technique and just having fun. And actually, a fun note is they're going to be dancing at Disney Springs in Walt Disney World in Florida this year. So good for them.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's awesome. Are they chilly with just those hooded sweatshirts on? Are they all right? You think they're? I don't know. I think they're all right, right? All right. Behind them, coming up behind them, the award-winning Connecticut Patriots Fife and Drum Corps, founded in 1978, proudly hails from Bristol, Connecticut. Let's listen to them. They play a variety of traditional music, aiming to push the envelope with difficulty of their arrangements and excellence. The Patriots say they are excited to get back to a year of performing, delighting spectators young and old. They say they are especially excited to be marching in historic New Haven, one of their favorite events from the past.
And it looks like we have actually appearing in this parade here for the 7th time, the Cheshire Band of Brothers, playing their old brand of Irish American music coming up as well. So that's what we're looking at there. The Band Brothers mixing pub songs, Irish folk standards, and their own original songs. Band Brothers consists of 3 pairs of brothers, along with a few brothers from other mothers, they say.
All right, let's hear them. Let's go. Listen, we'll be back. We'll take a short break. Back with more coverage of the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade here from downtown in just a minute.
The Devil's Gear Bike Shop in downtown New Haven turns folks into riders and riders into cyclists. They service all makes and models and can help you find the bike that's right for you. Stop by 845 Chapel Street or visit thedevilsgear.com.
Any building project can be very frustrating. At Tile America, we like to make it fun.
We have designers on staff that are trained professionals that
work with you and come up with the design, the patterns that are uniquely you.
Amazing showrooms, insightful advice.
Go to tileamerica.com to get started.
The crisis in Ukraine. What will happen next? And what impact could it have in Connecticut? Stay with News 8 and ABC News for the latest developments. And get updates on air on WTNH.com and on the free News 8 app.
If medical infusion therapy is part of your treatment routine, Civic Infusion is your best-in-class option for care.
We'll treat the whole range of medical conditions that need to be treated with an IV infusion.
Board-certified physicians like myself oversee all the infusions. We have extremely well-trained nurses, and I think that's fostered a lot of confidence in our community of infusion patients.
The professionals at Civic Infusion are the Connecticut infusion experts with locations in Wilton and North Haven. Learn more at civicinfusion.com.
The Devil's Gear Bike Shop in downtown New Haven turns folks into riders and riders into cyclists. They service all makes and models and can help you find the bike that's right for you. Stop by 845 Chapel Street or visit thedevilsgear.com.
Welcome back to the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade. Looking at the Flanagan ambulance there, and want to show you some pictures of today's events.
Look at this guy.
Look at this little guy.
You kidding me?
How cute is that? All these families are so excited to be back down here. We're just going through a few of these photos that have been submitted. Maybe your family is in here, but look at all the big smiles.
Isn't it great just to see this back? I'll tell you what, and you're right, it is a family event. There
it's
are
from some of them are 3rd and 4th generation families.
Kids loving it, right?
It's just refreshing. You know, some kids will be here for the first time, and some families bringing their kids down. It's tradition.
Send your pictures and video. You can do it right now. Report it at WTNH.com. We'll see if we can get it on the air either during parade coverage or later tonight here on News 8.
What do you say we get back to the parade where the Rock House School of Music has 2 locations in West Haven and Wallingford, and they're coming down rocking the place as they do.
Ooh, let's hear this.
You know, one of the things they teach is band instruments, so I bet you they taught a lot of the students that are in the parade today.
I hope they taught that guy that dance at the front of the truck. He was pretty good, I'll tell you what.
And of course,
I think he's Johnny Blues.
Following them, the 99.1 PLR, Connecticut's #1 rock station with Chaz and AJ in the morning. We know them.
We sure do. We pop on that show every once in a while. Guys that do a lot of good for the community. They're some of the folks here who raise a lot of money involved in their community. Nice to see them out here today as well.
And they really know how to have a good time.
Who's driving? What's going on? I don't know.
Let's see. Who pulled the short straw?
Oh, they're up in the truck. There they are, up in the back of the truck. Okay.
There we go.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Chaz and AJ having fun up there.
Hi, guys.
I have a feeling they have a good time wherever they go.
I think you're right. I know you're right. In green and ready. All right.
Hi, we're coming up on the Heroes Division today, which is a kind of a different part of this parade today. 60 healthcare workers, all acknowledging those people who have been working on the front line for us. And this is really a special part of today.
Yeah, Dorinda, right, we're pointing out these heroes, right?
The parade committee strategically wanted to place them in the middle of the parade because they really wanted to highlight them and all the work that they did to keep us safe and healthy. Our teachers who had to balance teaching by Zoom while sometimes balancing their own family at home.
So as we see here, we're watching the Correction Honor Guard Pipe and Drum Band, and then the Heroes Division, I believe, is tucked in right behind them here, I think.
Yep.
So we'll see them coming up the street, but it was, I mean, after this couple of years, so many people to honor, and boy, who helped to get us through all of this.
Our healthcare workers, our teachers, our public safety, our public works, all the people in retail, that our food service,
workers,
yep, they went to work and risked their health and the health of their family members for us, and we want to thank them and we want to honor them.
So many people worked during this pandemic. You know, they couldn't stay home. They were out there. And, you know, today's really about them, too. Just want to say thank you.
Yeah, so as we see the corps here, the Fife and Drum Corps going on by, then we will see behind them, we'll see these. And as we see these healthcare workers coming up, you'll see they all have a special armband on. There's a significance to the armband, right?
The parade committee wanted to put together this special armband to really give them the love. It has a big heart on it and show them how much we appreciate them and how much we thank them and how much we love them.
You know, and that means a lot to them, too. As we've spoken with healthcare workers over the years, too. You know, they're so in their mode of doing what they do. And then the second you stop to say, thank you, how are you? Some of them will just break down because it's just been a very mentally trying couple of years. And they just get in the thick of it and the routine.
Yep, they go on autopilot and they do what they do best and what they've been trained to do. And really work very hard.
But these are people who have been working and protecting their own families as well and putting themselves at risk. And this was a very important part of the parade for the parade committee, for all of us, and I'm just so happy to see them here today.
Yeah, we also want to acknowledge parade sponsors Middlesex Health and Seacrest Retirement Center, both organizations full of dedicated healthcare workers who served their communities selflessly throughout this pandemic. They are appreciated. All right, next. What do we got? The Hamden kids next, I think?
I think we want to welcome the students, faculty, and staff from Quinnipiac University, too, coming up here in a little bit from neighboring, it looks like we're looking at AMR here, actually. More healthcare workers moving through. This is continuing our Heroes Division here.
Oh, yeah, as they come on through. You know, you think about it. When the vast majority of people in 2020 hunkered down at home to protect themselves, there were those who ran face first into it, including all of these folks. So again, our hats off to them, and a nice honor that is well deserved for them today here.
They continue to do what they do best for us.
At this triumphant return today, right?
Teachers and administrators are in there as well. You know, going back to school in person has not been easy for families, for teachers, administrators. You know, there's been a lot of tough decisions made, as we know.
Boy, the toughest, I'll tell you. God bless the teachers.
We have a lot of teachers on our parade committee, so they certainly were able to relate to the struggles.
Oh, so hard.
Hey,
listen
up here.
Yeah, look at this. The Connecticut Hurricanes Drum and Bugle Corps.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah, all-age drum corps performance organization. They're out of Seymour, Connecticut. Let's listen in. sound great,
They
right?
sound
they're
great.
amazing.
This is so much fun hearing them.
As a failed trumpet player, let me tell you what, that's not easy to do, especially not in this cold weather. That was awesome.
Well, you could go to the rock school of music.
It's too late.
I played the saxophone, Darren, and also failed. So
well,
I'm happy we're here together.
We need a failed band.
And I'm a failing piano player, so we can form our own
Let's
band.
get together, right?
The failures.
Let's listen in. One more number.
Hey, I recognize this guy.
Yep.
I like to have a cup of one of those.
That morning shift, I remember well, let me tell you.
This is Cuppy O'Duncan, excited to be representing Connecticut Duncan franchises in this year's St. Patrick's Day Parade, keeping marching Duncan, keeping the parade going, keeping all of us warm.
Yep, I think they've kept a lot of people warm today on the parade route.
I think so.
And that's one of the organizations making this parade happen today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, one of the sponsors today.
We appreciate all of our sponsors, and they've been a great one.
All right, grab your coffee. We're going to take a short break. We're going to have more from the New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade here in just a minute.
It's back. The Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade makes its triumphant return on Sunday, March 13th.
Yeah, the marchers, the music, the merriment. It's a celebration like no other.
And you have a front row seat as News 8 celebrates this lively and time-honored tradition.
Join us for exclusive live coverage from the Elm City starting at 2 p.m.
The Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade is sponsored by Hunter's Pool Center. We build the pool. You fill it with fun.
Direct from the Winter Games, see the medal-winning U.S. figure skating team live in Stars on Ice 2022 Tour with Olympic champion Nathan Chen, Olympic medalists Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue, Karen Chen, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates, and more. Stars on Ice. Coming to XL Center April 23rd. Get tickets at starsonice.com.
Why does Carter Mario fight for you? Because car accidents aren't simple. Insurance companies are never on your side. And because you need justice now. Let Carter Mario fight for you.
I'm Carter Mario. Our firm understands that insurance companies will use every trick in the book to pay you as little as possible. We know what's at stake for you and your family. That's why we fight.
When hurt in an accident, get Carter.
Call 800-900-6700 for a free consultation.
Welcome back. Downtown New Haven, Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade. You're looking at the Gaelic Highland Pipe Band there. Nothing like that sound.
No, isn't that great?
New Haven.
Yeah, they were formed in 1968. The Gaelic Pipe Band welcomes beginners to join, too. They don't sound like beginners. They sound great.
No, they don't. Love those Irish colors flying there.
Yeah.
And you see parade committee members throughout with different units. They're the marshals that really organize different units, so they're scattered throughout the parade.
Great. Looks like we're looking here at the Connecticut Gay Men's Chorus, serving as a standard bearer for a powerful and accomplished mix of high-caliber performance here, community activism, empowerment, inclusiveness, establishing this as an icon among Connecticut's LGBTQ+ organizations. They sound wonderful.
Let's listen. Let's take a listen.
We can see them.
There they go. All right.
I've seen them at the Schubert, and they are fantastic.
Yeah. They performed in New Haven and statewide, most recently at the Festival of Arts and Ideas last summer, and sold out concerts at the Cape in Old Saybrook as well. Their famous fundraiser, Bingo Mania, they tell us, is a notoriously fun community event held monthly at the Annex Club in New Haven.
These people know how to have fun here. This is the Elm City Party Bike you're looking at. It's New England's first and foremost pedaled party, is sightseeing bikes. offering tours of New Haven, proudly sponsored by the New England Brewing Company.
I'm going to tell you what, have you done this?
I have done this.
I've done this.
I've done this, and it's a lot of fun. I would highly recommend it. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
There's about 12 of our girlfriends.
Who hasn't done this. I need to do this.
Oh, the Sea Hag Mobile is here. Look at this. The New England Brewing Company, proud sponsor of this parade. The Hagmobile, named after one of their beers, a 1979 Ford Ranchero, which I couldn't love more, is New England Brewing Company, one of the top 20 American breweries, awarded by Beer Advocate, one of the premier breweries in the state of Connecticut. Nebco no longer is Connecticut's best-kept secret. Guests are invited to stop and sample what's on tap, fill a growler of your favorite beer, too. The long-standing supporter of the parade as well.
New Haven veterans here coming up here. Combined contingent here that we're seeing from the American Legion, New Haven Post 210, and veterans of foreign wars, New Haven Post 12150 here. They are proud to again march in this parade.
And a great opportunity to thank them for their service.
Oh,
and here are the Rum Runners band. Out of Milford, here they come, 7-piece high-energy band. They've been rocking for more than 20 years, supporting a bunch of charities. Let's listen into them.
Sound great. We're going to take a short break here. We'll be right back with live coverage from downtown New Haven after this.
The Devil's Gear Bike Shop in downtown New Haven turns folks into riders and riders into cyclists. They service all makes and models and can help you find the bike that's right for you. Stop by 845 Chapel Street or visit thedevilsgear.com.
At Pilgrim Furniture in Metro City, we don't have 100 stores. We have 2 right here in Connecticut. Our customers aren't numbers, they're neighbors. Your kids probably go to school with our kids, and chances are your furniture is our furniture. So the next time you're thinking, new living room, new bedroom, think outside the big box. Think Pilgrim Furniture in Metro City. For more than 50 years, locally owned, Connecticut grown.
Cox Internet keeps you connected with plans starting at $29.99 a month for 12 months. Add panoramic Wi-Fi and get reliably fast whole home coverage. Get services the day you move in with Easy Connect included. And advanced security to help protect your devices from online threats. Just imagine what the power of our internet could do in your hands.
Did you get it? Got it.
Cox Internet. Plans starting at $29.99 a month for 12 months.
The Devil's Gear Bike Shop in downtown New Haven turns folks into riders and riders into cyclists. They service all makes and models and can help you find the bike that's right for you. Stop by 845 Chapel Street or visit thedevilsgear.com.
All right, we're back.
Yeah, and the Grinch who stole Christmas is moving down.
Should he be driving?
Hey, let's look at some of your pictures coming in. Oh, these are great. We're going to take a look at some of the festive families here lining the streets. Some people in the parade, some people sending in those photos. So many big smiles, Darren.
Isn't it great? I mean, it does feel like New Haven kind of coming back to life, which is so fantastic, right?
This is so much fun to see. So many coming in, too. A lot of people participating today. And they were down here early.
That's at the petting zoo, I think, or unless a guy brought a goat down here.
I think that was a goat. Oh, there's my son Jack and Tegan in there, too.
You can send your pictures in. Report it at WTNH.com. All right.
And, you know, right before we went to break was the Rum Runners.
Yeah.
And their lead singer, Nancy, she's sister of one of our former Grand Marshals.
Oh, cool.
And they give back so much.
Here's Radio 104.1 WMRQ, Connecticut's only alternative rock station. Here they come down the street.
Doing what they do.
Doing what they do. All right, and following them, New Haven's Police Department, Survivors of Homicide Victim Support Group. Important work these folks do. I'll tell you, they are survivors from New Haven and various local cities and towns who have lost loved ones, whether it may have been anyone from children, parents, grandchildren, siblings, spouses or significant others, niece, nephew, aunt, uncle, whatever, to an act of violence by another's action. So they do a lot of important, that's hard to deal with work, and boy, but we need their help.
Yeah, you don't want to have to meet them, but they certainly pour their hearts out to you and support a lot of families in this area.
Such an important group.
We are glad they are with us today. And their day in the sunshine. Good deal.
Exactly. Saying thank you.
Important work. All right, right behind them. Oh, there you go. And you can see some of the pictures.
Just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Some of those lives lost, the family members, just very grateful for that support.
All right. Now we've got the Waterbury Fife and Drums, Laura, right?
Yes, you can hear them coming down the streets right now, remaining steadfast in its commitment to the law enforcement community. Oh, they sound great. Participating in countless law enforcement benefits here, fundraisers, promotions, retirements. So happy that they're here playing today. Let's listen. Okay, so Darren and I.
We've got a preview of this next guy coming up the street here. Yes, celebrating their 10th anniversary, happening the last weekend of June, the Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair.
We're playing with fire.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home. He just...
This guy, here we go. Ready?
Fire. I don't know how he's doing this.
Anyone need a light? Here you go.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on, dude. What happened? Oh.
Now we got you on TV here.
Oh, he swallowed. Heartburn. I'll tell you.
Yeah, that gives heartburn a new meaning.
And this guy, it hums. Wow.
He's having fun, this guy. He's wowing the crowds. So anyway, they're celebrating their 10th anniversary the last weekend of June, first 2 weekends in July at Warsaw Park in Ansonia. They invite you to come and join the fun, and it looks like these folks know how to have a little fun. All right, he's firing. Don't try this at home. We advise you not to try this at home.
But here he goes again.
He's warming up the crowd literally and figuratively.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Leave this to the professionals.
Wow. And he still has all his hair. I don't know how that happened.
That's impressive.
They have been out here before, and they have always been the crowd favorite.
Such a crowd pleaser.
They love it.
Hey, I see Amazing Andy back there.
Who hasn't had Amazing Andy at a birthday
At a birthday party.
I think all of our kids had Amazing Andy.
I know. If you don't know, magician, juggler, stilt walker here performing for over 45 years. 11th year in the parade.
There he is.
There he is.
Way up high.
Looking great.
Hello there, Amazing Andy. He's got quite a view.
He does. He can see it all.
Behind him, I believe that is the Mattatuck Drum Band, the oldest continuous ancient fife and drum band in the United States of America, right behind Andy there. Wow. You see him coming up the street. They recently celebrated 250 years active.
Ooh, they sound great.
Duck.
Let's listen.
They appeared this past year in the Thanksgiving Hometown Parade in Plymouth, Mass. Let's listen to them. Back with more from the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade here in just a minute.
Arch TV and Appliance, free delivery and removal. Let Arch TV and Appliance create the perfect home for you. Arch TV and Appliance can compete with any big box store because they are part of a buying group with over $500 million in buying power. Stoves starting at $499, dishwashers starting at $299, along with a large selection of washers, dryers, and refrigerators. We carry all the major brands, including Sub-Zero, Wolf, Speed Queen, and many more. We're located in North Haven and at the Galleria Design Center in Middletown.
I'm not going anywhere. You kidding? There's work to be done. Goats don't milk themselves, you know. When I had cancer, people said I'd have to travel long distances for care. Not me. I'm not going anywhere.
Cancer patients are getting groundbreaking treatment at Middlesex Health and second opinions from Mayo Clinic experts close to home.
Look at that. Nice work, girls.
Why does Carter Mario fight for you? Because life after a serious injury can seem overwhelming. Because when the insurance company you relied on starts fighting you, you need someone on your side.
I'm Carter Mario. We're serious about helping you recover physically and financially after an injury. And we'll never charge a fee unless we get money for you.
When seriously injured, get Carter.
When injured in an accident, get Carter. Call 800-900-6700 for a free consultation.
To the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade here. We're looking at the Miss Connecticut Senior World, Noreen Adams here. Noreen, Miss Connecticut Senior World, representing our state and supporting veterans, children, elderly, single moms.
All
nice
right.
to have her
Noreen
here.
happens to be my neighbor, my next door neighbor.
She a good neighbor?
Oh, she's good.
Fantastic. All right. There's the Chester Fife and Drum Corps, organized in 1868. From Chester is one of the nation's oldest and continually active fife and drum corps. In 1985, the Chester Fife and Drum Corps represented the United States as the first American fife and drum corps to perform in the Highland gathering over in Ireland. And we are happy to have them here today. Duck. On behalf of the Corps members, they say thank you, New Haven, for another spectacular St. Patrick's Day Parade.
As they make their way down, I see behind them.
Let's listen in for a second.
their uniforms they have here today, too.
Looking sharp.
Looking sharp. Sounding great.
Up behind them, this is the Civil Air Patrol. It's an all-volunteer auxiliary of the Air Force made up of adults and children. These volunteers train to respond to emergency situations. They study aerospace education and are instrumental in developing tomorrow's leaders. My dad was a member of the Civil Air Patrol. Yeah. Great group. There they go up the street. In uniform there, looking sharp.
Yeah, they look great. How nice of them. You know, I feel like we have just so many units in the parade today. It's so nice to see such a variety.
140. It's one of the largest parades we've seen in a very long time.
There's some pent-up parade power out there today.
Yeah.
People have been waiting for a couple of years here, right?
They have. They have.
And
some of these units, they compete in these parades. So as they, they practice, and it's very important and very serious to them. But they're also competing for prizes, for recognition.
Yeah, that's behind-the-scenes stuff that not a lot of people know.
Right.
That this is a competition too.
Okay, here they.
Right.
This is. Yes, say this carefully.
Okay.
This is Abso Funkin' Lootly.
We did it, Darren.
We did it. Okay.
So now I have to say it. Absa Funkin' Lootly.
Well done.
Did I do it?
Carefully.
Yes, they're towed by Bruno's Towing. Parade spectators always get excited when they see this float approaching because they know there will be some dancing in the streets and a little great music. Can we hear them yet? Let's listen. Sounds pretty good, right?
Pretty good. I love the music of the parade. We have Irish marching units playing Irish. We have patriotic songs, and then we have a lot of rock thrown in, right? Nice variety.
And the guy in the truck with the horn, he's joining right in.
They're actually a family-owned business, Bruno's, and they participate in a lot of the parades.
And we're looking here at now the LB Spinners Arts here, an insured licensed fire performing, still walking, and entertainment group, sure to bring some fun to this parade too. Run by Lady Blaze and performing all over New England for 2 decades. They actually host a New Haven Spin Jam, if you're not familiar. And boy, they will certainly set your senses ablaze here with all that they do.
Thank goodness we have all these firefighters around here today. I feel a little better between the fire blowing guy and these folks, but it's cool.
Let's see what they've got.
She's got confidence in herself. You see that?
Better her than any of us.
How does one practice for that? You start.
How do you do that?
Here it comes. Let's see what he's up to here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He did it.
Wow.
You got to wash that down. Wait a minute.
Here we go.
Is that Guinness? What's happening?
I don't know. I was going to ask.
Whoa. Oh, wow.
There you go.
This parade has it all today.
It does.
Hope you're having so much fun at home watching the sights, the sounds, the fire.
Yeah, a lot of fire.
Yes, we're going to take a very short break after this and continue this live coverage. Don't go anywhere.
We've put a lot of tools into our website. A visualizer that lets you put tiles into a room and see them as they will be when installed. Sample ordering on our website.
We can do this right from home. Go to tileamerica.com to get started.
It's back. The Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade makes its triumphant return on Sunday, March 13th.
Yeah, the marchers, the music, the merriment, it's a celebration like no other.
And you have a front row seat as News 8 celebrates this lively and time-honored tradition.
Join us for exclusive live coverage from the Elm City starting at 2 p.m.
The Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade is sponsored by Hunter's Pool Center. We build the pool. You fill it with fun.
The new season of Idol is getting mad respect. And tonight, one audition will make tears flow.
You were born enough.
American Idol, new tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Connecticut's #1 local news is News 8. The most trusted, the most experienced, and the most accurate. With in-depth coverage of the stories and issues that impact you and your family. And the only station with newsrooms in New Haven and Hartford. On air, online, and on the News 8 app. Trust News 8, Connecticut's news leader.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Live here in New Haven as we watch the Deep River Junior Ancient Fife and Drum Corps come down the street. They sound great, too.
Oh, they do. We're going to take a look at some of your pictures at home, too, while we listen in to the sights and sounds. Thank you for submitting some of these pictures. We'll get to them in just a little bit.
Yeah, we've been getting some great pictures today. Check it out.
Oh, this is the prep work ahead of time, putting the shamrocks down. Little,
fans watching from
viewers.
home.
Oh, I love it.
That's great.
Some people down here
on the bench
watching.
Down here, soaking up the sun, right?
Some dancing.
Leprechaun.
Yeah. I love all the green.
Shriner and
festivities.
Yep. The Freemasons we saw there.
Oh,
and
there we are.
Oh, there we are. The guy in the middle is Tim Clune, longtime news aider and Irish faithful. You know Tim, right?
We look forward to that beard each year.
Yeah. All right, those, I believe, yeah, Deep River folks here. Junior Fife and Drum Corps established in 1955. There's Tim Clune. There's our buddy up there running the bucket truck camera.
Everybody loves
That's the
Tim.
beard live and in person. Now you can see what we're talking about here.
He's a good man. And he and his wife been involved with the parade here for a while too.
Yeah, his wife has come on the show to make her soda bread. She's
I've
knows
had
what
it.
she's doing.
She does know what she's doing. Right, so I'll tell you, we're watching the crowds down here, and again, on the street behind us here as we look on Chapel Street, we got about 5, 6 deep. This is Joetown.
Joetown rocking the streets down here. You're listening to Joetown out of Wallingford.
They say they have a bagpipe player. That's some rock and roll bagpipes right there. That's pretty cool.
And here's the International United Miss, Alexandria Palmer here, making her way down. Lifelong Connecticut resident, the reigning International United Miss. Looking beautiful. Nice riding in that car.
Nice car, too, right?
Not a bad ride.
No kidding. Out in the sunshine. There you go. So I tell you, as we said, we were watching the folks here along the parade route, and we are all sitting right at Chapel and Temple downtown in New Haven. We have the best spot in town right now.
We do, and that sun feels good on our face.
The sun feels good, and you see the people lining the streets here. Everybody's got a smile. Everybody doesn't seem to mind a little bit of chilly weather.
Yeah, we've kind of had the best of both worlds here. We've gotten to see all the people coming down, waving. Hi, guys.
How you doing?
Nice to see the kids coming down, hitting up the cart for some balloons and flags and fun out down here.
And that's it. I mean, so many kids like this one right here. You know, they're going to remember that. This is probably her first parade, I have no doubt, since we haven't had one in a while down here.
Right?
Boy, something they're going to remember for a long time. And hopefully a tradition. You know, people come down here as kids, and they come back year after year, and it becomes a thing to do with the family and to see friends. And what a great day.
And a lot of
something for everyone.
A lot of these families go back to the clubs. The clubs have an open house.
Now, when you say the clubs, take us back
Knights
a
of St. Patrick on State Street, we have the Gaelic Football and Hurling Club, and then we have the West Haven Irish American Club, which is located at the Elks in West Haven, and they all have open houses. They have corned beef sandwiches, they have dancing, and a lot of these children and family come back, and just the party continues.
So now you talk the folks who are they put this parade together and work so hard. After the parade, I'm guessing there's a little celebration that lingers after the parade normally. Would one think that?
Yeah, you go back to the club, and then maybe you go out after the club. Maybe you take tomorrow off.
Hey, Guinness was a sponsor. You've got to thank them somehow.
Yep,
Right.
Absolutely.
This is the Elite Drill Squad, New Haven-based drill team, founded and directed by Rashawn Menifee. The team consists of youth aged 5 to 18 years old. Their mission, they say, is to provide a positive outlet for the inner city youth of New Haven through drilling and movement with drums. And they got some moves.
Yeah, they do.
Right?
Hey, and that's one way to stay warm.
Yeah, they're
too.
not. I was thinking the same thing. They're not cold. No problem.
I'm always so impressed with these drill squads, too, because they're so in sync with their movements.
Having fun out here.
Look at how young they are, too.
Yeah.
And, you know, our judges of the parade, they are scattered throughout the crowd with their clipboard, and they're really, you know, ranking these bands, these marching units on different criteria.
What do they look for? Is it like...
They look for uniformity. They look for presentation.
All right. Let's see. I think we're going to get a little performance here right in front of us at the corner. We're going to gather ourselves and get ready. And so how soon after this, so if I've got a group in the parade here, how far after do I learn my score, my outcome? How does that work?
Well, awards night is the 29th, and so they'll learn in a week or two.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's watch. Impressive. Yeah.
See that.
That's the Elite Drill Squad from New Haven.
All right, coming up here on the Hotchkiss Hose Company, one established in June of 1837, the second oldest fire company in the state of Connecticut. The Hotchkiss Hodes proudly celebrating their 185th year of service to the citizens of Derby.
You know,
nice to have them here in their service.
Talk about the history of this parade. I mean, it's these dates roll off the tongue like no big deal, but
Right.
come on, 185 years?
I know.
1840.
1837, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And you know, we've watched the parade committee members with their top hat and tails.
Right.
And that's because it was very difficult for the Irish, right, to get ingrained in the community and become leaders, and then they did. And the top hat and tails really symbolizes that they've arrived, that the Irish had arrived. So that's why they wear that.
Well, that's great. All right, now we have the MP Rice Hose Company. During November of 1900, Hose Company number 2 became MP Rice Company number 2, named for Michael P. Rice, the son of Edward Rice. He's one of Brantford's first native settlers from Ireland who came to the States in 1862 with Edward Kennedy to work at the Brantford Lock Works. MP Rice started and operated a livery and carting business headquartered on Main Street along Vito Street back in the day. He and business partner John Sliney built the first railroad bridges at Kirkham and Montague Streets and did a great deal of work on the Blackstone Library as well.
And coming up here on the, you can hear them.
Yeah,
you can hear them coming.
Yeah.
Looks like we have KC 101 here. KC 101, proud to support the parade.
Hey, guys. There you go. They're proud to support the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade. It's a tradition they're happy to be a part of throughout the years, they say.
Carrie Collins there, who I work with in the morning.
And the best phone tap in the morning. You hear their phone tap? They are hysterical.
This has been so much fun as we're watching this come through. Now, what is your reaction when you see this, the number of units and how this came together today?
It was well worth the wait. I don't think it disappointed in any aspect. I think the parade committee should be very proud. I know the marching units had fun. The spectators had fun.
There's Monica, the parade coordinator there.
Monica.
Big day for her.
Pulls all of this together.
She's got to feel pretty good right now, I'll
and
tell
they'll
you.
all be over at the reviewing stand, and they watch the parade come by, you know, just like we do, and cheer them on as well.
You know, and I was talking to some of those folks this morning. They get here at like 5 o'clock in the morning to just make sure that this is all coming together. This is obviously leading up to all the prep work. And, you know, this is a big moment to have this kind of winding down and be so successful.
I'll tell you, after what they have been through, is it going to happen this year? Is it going to happen this year?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? It happened this year.
After what we've all been through, we've all been waiting for this. We, you know, we needed to get together. This was the day, and it's just symbolic that we're all back. We're back. We're open, and we're going to have a good time.
A smashing success. All right, we're going to toss to break. We'll be back with more here in just a bit.
Introducing Marbridge, a new luxurious retirement and assisted care center in Cheshire, Connecticut, with elegant rooms, magnificent common areas, fine dining, and an experienced care team. Marbridge will exceed your expectations. Personal care is provided 24 hours a day with all-inclusive rate in our state-of-the-art center. Specialized care for memory clients is also provided. Marbridge, old world service, world-class environment. Call 203-272-2901.
If medical infusion therapy is part of your treatment routine, Civic Infusion is your best-in-class option for care.
We'll treat the whole range of medical conditions that need to be treated with an IV infusion.
Board-certified physicians like myself oversee all the infusions. We have extremely well-trained nurses, and I think that's fostered a lot of confidence in our community of infusion patients.
The professionals at Civic Infusion are the Connecticut Infusion experts with locations in Wilton and North Haven. Learn more at civicinfusion.com.
A moment with Ernie Bach Jr., Enza, and Stella.
Lots to do today. Here you go.
Great job, Stella. When we take responsibility, we open a world of possibility.
Accidents, by definition, are unexpected. Kathy's accident resulted in a life-changing injury. Together, we did the right thing. You know, it's not just about the money. It's about doing what's right. I made that promise to Kathy, and that's my promise to you.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back here live at the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade. Tail end of the parade coming up. We have been getting so many great pictures from folks in and along the parade.
We have just seen a mix of fun, and you have been a big part of this, submitting all of your great pictures. We're taking a look at some of them now. Oh, there's the fun down at Christopher Martin's. That's my son.
Oh, is that your son right there?
Tegan, down at Christopher Martin's, keeping warm.
We see a lot of Irish eyes smiling today.
Oh, there's Dennis with
some of our gang.
friends. Yes, we had the News 8 team out there with everyone. So thanks for all of the submissions that you've been sending in. Oh, this has been just a great day. You said so many great people, and I know Stephanie Simone is out there live right now. She's been talking to a lot of people today. Hey, Steph, what do we have?
Hi. Oh my gosh, I have two of some of the most important people today. These are the judges, Peter and Bill, and they have been judging this parade for more than 80 years combined. Gentlemen, let's talk. How does this parade compare to other years?
This has been a very big parade and a lot of participants for a cold day.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
How does it feel to finally have it back after the pandemic hiatus that we just went through?
Well, we couldn't wait, and that's why we're all here. We were going to retire from judging, but when they decided to do this, we said we'll come back for one more year.
One more year?
This could be our last year judging.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to pass the torch to a new generation.
Thank you for your service. What makes a good judge? What are you looking for?
Years of experience, knowledge, understanding, uniformity of the colors, paying attention to St. Patrick's Day, so you have to make sure that the Irish flag and the American flag are properly presented, and the uniforms of the individuals. Wow. So it's a lot of combination of things for a good judge.
Well, I can tell you're a fantastic judge, and you too, Bill.
We try.
Yes. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy. Same to you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Did you hear that? They're going into retirement. Incredible. All right, guys, back to you.
All right, Steph, thank you very much.
And you know, one of the oldest traditions here of this day is the modern Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day, the street naming ceremony that they have, which is a lot of fun. And the first time this happened was in 1956, and here we're taking a look at that. That's when Church Street was renamed John Costello Boulevard in honor of Ireland's Prime Minister, and the tradition has been with the parade ever since. So this year, you can tell us the two streets have been renamed. The corner of Chapel and Church renamed for Jim Bowen and Mary Carter, and Elm and Church renamed for Bob Shanley.
Dorinda, tell us about this.
Yeah, so all three of them were past Grand Marshals, worked so hard in the parade committee and in their clubs and to promote Irish culture. And, you know, sorry to lose them. Bob Shanley, we lost suddenly this year. He was a big community member of Orange as well. That's his family right there. And his street naming is down where his family used to stand to watch the parade. And you'll notice that a lot of the parade committee members, they tip their hat as they go by to the street sign, and they get to take those street signs home and really put them in a special place. And
what a great tradition that is, right?
Yeah.
For the organization.
Yeah, that is. That's so important.
Yeah, and because it's been a few years, typically it's one street naming, but that's why we named it, you know, after three of our members that we lost.
And another big moment, of course, for Seamus, who was the Grand Marshal here for Jim Bowen as well. So a lot of family connections when you start to go through. A lot of first cousins involved in this.
Yeah, a lot of them are related. A lot of the Grand Marshals. Seamus is first cousins with Bernadette, who's first cousins with Tim Galogly.
Yeah, and we have these meetings, and they say, oh, yeah, that's my cousin. That's who's not a cousin in here. Wait a minute, right?
Yeah. Well, we all come from the same island, right?
And, you know, for people who might have joined us a little bit late, you were the Grand Marshal in 2003 yourself. Yep. What is that like? How do you become the Grand Marshal of a parade like
So the Grand Marshal is actually, I think what sets this parade apart a little differently than others is it's not a ceremonial position, it's an earned position. So by the time you're Grand Marshal, you have worked for so many years, you know, on the parade committee, in your club, and in the community. And then the former Grand Marshals select you, and then they also select the chairperson, the secretary, and the chief of staff, and we call those the chairs, and those are the folks who will eventually be Grand Marshal. So being Grand Marshal, you know, by the time that day comes, it's all that hard work coming to a head, and it feels really good. And then, but plus you're walking down the street with that Irish pride, and you're representing your family and your community. and then seeing everybody on the street. So it's really just a wonderful, wonderful feeling.
What a great honor. And the sash, still there for you. Ready.
Yes, you have to wear the sash. Yeah, this is the first year I haven't marched, but I have loved being a part of this.
We're happy you're with us.
You have all promoted our parade and really done an amazing job.
We're happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Hey, we got some more great reporters. Let's take a look. Look at this guy. So many kids out here today having a great time, right?
No, I've been seeing them with their, hitting up these carts with all the toys and the balloons.
Sure.
And fun. Look at the families, the big smiles. You can see the sun.
And the sunshine, right?
And it really wasn't that cold.
No, it's not bad at all.
That's what the dancing and the fire was for,
To keep us all warm.
And our gift of gab kept us warm.
One more quick break. We'll be back with more here, live from New Haven, coming up in just a minute.
Russia invades Ukraine.
If Ukraine does not get solved, nothing else might matter.
News Nation has live continuing coverage. The facts, the journalism.
You speak with a lot of Ukrainians here. They're worried that the West doesn't really know what's going on here in Ukraine.
News Nation will take you beyond the what's happening and tell you the why.
The fact of the matter is, Ukrainians will resist.
For continuing coverage on Russia at war, stay tuned to News Nation.
Someone asked me why we keep growing. With 6 offices throughout Connecticut, including our newest flagship location, the answer is simple. As long as there are injured people who need our help, we will provide aggressive representation to get the justice they need. With thousands of satisfied clients, I'd say we must be doing something right. And with this exceptional team, we're just getting started.
When injured, get Carter. Call 800-900-6700.
Hi, I'm Kevin Sympathy, General Manager, McDermott Auto Group. After the sale is when great service shines. From the moment you walk in and meet our advisor, you'll feel comfortable and trust that your car will be taken care of. Our service advisors will stay in touch throughout the time your car is here. You'll know exactly where your car is and when it'll be ready. We'll service any make and model, no matter where you purchased your car. With over 200 years of technical experience, our technicians are also up to date on the most modern technologies. You can be confident your car will be fixed right the first time. McDermott Auto Group, under the giant American flag. Exit 51 in East Haven.
Welcome back to live coverage of the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade that has wrapped up. We're going to send it out to Stephanie Simone now, who is with our Grand Marshal today after what a great day. Stephanie.
Oh my gosh, what a fantastic parade. The street cleaners just went by, which means, things are over, but I still see some smiles. Seamus, what has it been like, the longest reigning Grand Marshal for the Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day? What's today like?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was well worth the wait. It was a beautiful day. It wasn't half as cold as everybody thought it was going to be, and we had a lot of spectacular units in this parade. It really was a very spectacular, very special day for me.
And what are you hearing so far from people and the crowds, and what's the reaction been like?
It was insanity. Everybody yelling, screaming, Seamus! And I was warm inside from everybody just cheering, and it was a wonderful day.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Well, we're so happy to be a part of it. Joanne, I know the planning starts for next year now, right? Or do you get to party a little bit?
Well, we're going to relax a little bit tonight. Tomorrow morning, yeah, we'll be back at it.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
But no, we have to wrap up this year. Then we get a little bit of a break, couple weeks, and then we start again, August. We start planning for next year.
Oh, my gosh, all those fundraisers start right up
Yes.
Oh,
looking forward to them all.
Oh, yeah. Well, you threw a great party this year. This was fantastic. Everything was amazing. We still have the parade queens too. Ladies, staying warm?
Trying to, yeah.
What was the day like for you?
Oh, it was awesome seeing everyone out there waving to us, and it was just a really great day.
Yeah, what about for you?
Oh my God, everyone knew our names, and we were like, how do they know us? Like, our names are on the side of the car. But it was great. I mean, we felt so loved. I mean, everyone was amazing today.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, do you get to celebrate tonight?
Oh, we're going to all the clubs, everyone who supports our parade. We're all going to say hi and have fun there.
Oh, good. Well, I'm sure you'll get more people saying hi, knowing your name out there too, right?
Exactly.
Well, happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. All right.
Very much.
Darren, Laura, back to you.
How great is that? You want people to know your name? Just put it on the side of your car. That's all you need.
We got to work that trick.
Well, listen, what a fantastic day we've had.
Yeah.
Everything we hoped for, right?
And the streets, the sweepers, can we take a moment to thank Public Works? Because we talk about the prep, but the after the parade, streets are already clean.
And thank you, too, for joining us today.
It's been a true joy. Thank you for all you've done.
We love it. Listen, we're so glad you could join us. Feels like normal, right?
Another year in the books, Darren.
Greater New Haven St. Patrick's Day Parade. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.